truth, the living one. Give me 1 second, please. This is going to fall over. I need a little weight here. Forgot to grab my weight. Great. How's everybody doing? I've got a great show for you. Grab a few more things here. I said that I'd go live at 10. I was still not quite ready. Pulling up a bunch of videos for everybody to take a look at today, because we're going to be going through quite a few different videos. First off, this morning, I'd like to go ahead and throw out a few shout outs for my family, friends, neighbors. You know, I want to thank you for all my supporters, Allie and Nikki Great, or Gravy Train, and MTV, the ET, Rakima over there, Anaya Obadiah, also Chad Burgess, Excerpt 392, Red Planet, Jeremy Rodriguez. I haven't heard from a lot of you for a while, but I'm still throwing you out a shout out. Maximiliano Rojas, Renzo Vargas. For my newer subscribers, we have Jeff Thompson. Welcome to the channel. Kenny Batesel, thank you very much for subscribing. We also have Jewel Lop and Shane V, William Crockett, Edward Razhands, Josh Rhodes, Trey Ripple, Mr. Test for Echoes, and last but not least, Rock Hard Rooster. I want to welcome all of you to the channel. This is a truth channel, and I try to be very thorough in my investigation and the information that I share with others. I've been in this truth for such a long time. The video that I did yesterday, they took down. And you got to question why they take it down. Now, folks, I'm riding on 2 strikes right now. So for them just to up and take my video down and not say your video was removed for any reason at all. There was no reason at all given. It was just I woke up this morning to look and see if I had any comments or anything. Plus, sometimes it takes a day, 24 hours for the live chat stream to load up. So I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers, and as well as those subscribers of old. So today we're going to be going over a few presidential quotes and a lot of videos that expose the system for what it really is. Truth bombs that have been told to us by presidents that people just don't seem to collectively understand what is being said. So let's start off this morning with Thomas Jefferson first, who says Christianity or Christian is the most perverted system that ever shone on man. I'm not the one that wrote these things, but I'm going to prove to you exactly why that Thomas Jefferson said this. We're going to be looking at a lot of different types of technology, and I'm going to be slurping on some milk. You know, one of my favorite beverages. And we're going to begin here now. I'm not really sure where we're going to begin, but I guess the best thing to start at, because we're in this system, I need people to understand exactly what is being said. Let's get you a little better picture here.
Sir, can you state, Mr. President-elect, go ahead. Can you state categorically,
asking a question.
Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you give us a question?
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically that nobody... No, Mr. President-elect, that's not appropriate.
You are fake news. Let me grab my mouse here and get it turned on. It's much easier to use my mouse than to reach around the camera. It's a pain in the rear end. So we're going through a compilation of Donald Trump. I don't know.
John Roberts, go ahead, John. No. John Roberts, go ahead. CNN's fake news. I don't take questions. I don't take questions from CNN. CNN is fake news. I don't take questions from CNN. John.
CNN is fake news. You heard it there. You didn't hear it from me, but you heard it there. Why am I bringing? Because look at here, CNN right here. Donald Trump has told us, folks, that CNN is fake news, and you have to be able to understand what's taking place. We're going to be reviewing this SONYA shooting again. I want you to pay close attention to the symbolism, making sure that they get that tattoo straight right up in your face. This here is a CERN machine. Not only is it a CERN machine, it is a portal. They're showing you it is symbology of astrology, and we're going to be covering that. But before we cover that, we want to cover a few more of these sayings from Donald Trump.
I'd like to welcome the fake news media, which is back there.
The fake news media that is back there, truth bombs from Donald Trump, telling you that all news is fake news. That's what he used to say.
Just received a call from Secretary Clinton.
When Donald Trump won the presidency in 2016, there was a brief moment when the phrase fake news meant exactly that. News that wasn't true. But then, before he'd even been inaugurated, this happened.
I'm not going to give you a question. You are fake news.
Fake, phony, fake.
It's all fake news. It's called fake news.
Fake, disgusting news.
Fake, disgusting news. Now we're going to fast forward it to the minute 20-second mark. Let's take a listen.
Guess that among Trump's supporters, trust in the media is at rock bottom. And towards the end of 2018, the attacks on the press took an even more aggressive turn.
Fake news is, in fact, and I hate to say this, in fact, the enemy of the people.
And that's a fact. Folks, if they're lying to us about these things, it is absolutely the enemy of the people. Why is it such an enemy? Because people like me, they, I'm live right now, Pops. The people here, if you're giving fake news and like someone like me, a truth channel is trying to expose what the president's saying for you, you see, it's all right for them to say that everything is fake news, but when a truth channel like myself comes along and I start saying that these people are fake news, then you get your channel removed, you get your videos taken down, you get shadow banned. Okay.
Clip right here. So if I click this first clip, look at this, this is crazy, man. Look at this first music performance. I'm going to try to pull this up from the beginning. Like, this is, imagine watching this with your 6-year-old. I have a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old, so to me this is not so hard to imagine, and I'm glad I didn't watch this because my kids would have nightmares looking at this. But look at this opening ceremony music performance.
Horrifying, right? And this is the Paris Olympics, and they're mocking Christianity, correct? That's what they're telling us.
They're mocking even Revelation with the horse right here. I mean, come on. All of the mockery is there. It's just out in the open, and how people can't see this is beyond me. I hope this could be a turning point to wake more people up before it's too late. Again, it might already be too late, but again, we've got to wake up as many people as we possibly can and show them what they are pushing, what they are doing, and the fact that they are openly pushing this stuff at the 2024 Olympics should tell people all they need to know and what they have planned next and what's in store, because make no mistake about it, they are probably planning some kind of crazy event in the near future. I don't know exactly when, but make no mistake about it. Something major is coming. And this is why they are being so out in the open with all of this satanic symbolism. If you've noticed, they're being more and more open and blatant about the symbolism that they are pushing. They are being more and more open and blatant about all of this satanic stuff anymore. It's like they are at a point where they think that they are the winners, they are winning, and that they can't be touched. But guess what? They are the ones that are the losers, and they are going to lose in the very end completely. Because, again, God is zone, and what you are watching.
This, by the way, this channel is the Truth Seeker. He has a lot of good content. Again, he's a Christian, though. Let's listen to what's happening here and take a look. Remember, this is the opening ceremonies for the 2024 Olympics.
Is the opening ceremony to the 2024 Olympics. And, of course, they have to include their open mockery to Christianity yet again. All of these events anymore seem to just openly mock Christianity. And what?
Well, do you see a comparison there? Also, let's take a look here. This is the devil in a blue dress, also with sun worship. It's the same thing, folks. It's time to wake up to what these people are doing. All right? So we have the devil in the blue dress, and they're mocking the Last Supper. Now, mind you, look here, you see clearly that Jesus here is a representation of a white man. And Putin came out, and he had shown us that Jesus, they broke into some videos. Let's see. Right here. Folks, that is a black man coming out of what? Some kind of device. So Christianity has taken a black man who is Yeshua, or who we would call Emmanuel. I want you to look real close here to that hand. What is that? That's this sign right here. That's the devil horns coming right there. Not me, man. I'm just showing you pictures and helping you to make context of what it all is. Naturally, you have the illuminated sun in the back, and that is devil horns that Jesus is giving you. Now, that to me looks like Yeshua. So the whole purpose here of Jesus Christ, what's he coming out of again? Depicted coming out of some kind of device. Well, what kind of device is it? Let's see. Images of CERN. Images of CERN. This is the device that Jesus is coming out of. Right there. It's the same exact thing, folks. You can't hide from this information that I'm sharing with you, because they've been putting it in our face for 40 years and people haven't made the connection. There's Jesus right there, coming out of a CERN machine. Right? See, what they've done is, this is a portal. It's called reverse engineering of a woman's vagina, because the woman's womb is the portal to this plane of existence. And that's what they're trying to do with reverse technology. This is CERN right here, reverse engineered of a woman's vagina. That's what you see Jesus coming out of. Remember, there you have a Jesus that was sent. This one looks white, right? Because I keep trying to tell people and share with you that there are two Jesus Christs. John chapter 5, verse 31, Bible Hub. Jesus says here, if I testify about myself, my testimony is not valid. And then he turns around here and says in John chapter 8, verse 14, Bible Hub. Even if I testify about myself, my testimony is valid. Is not valid. Is valid. Is not valid. So that's a complete contradiction, and it's coming from Jesus, not from White Raptor News. I didn't write the scriptures. I'm just pointing out to you what the scriptures are saying. And Jesus tells you, I can do nothing by myself. I judge only as I hear, and my judgment is just, because I do not seek my own will, but the will of him who sent me. If I testify about myself, my testimony is not valid. There's another who testifies about me, and I know that his testimony about me is valid. So the Pharisees said to him, "You are testifying about yourself. Your testimony is not valid." Well, that's what Jesus just said. He just told you my testimony is not valid. So who is it that the Pharisees are talking to here? About yourself. Your testimony is not valid. But Jesus replied, even if I testify about myself, my testimony is valid, because I know where I've come from, where I'm going. But you Christians do not know where I came from or where I'm going. Why don't you know where Jesus came from or where Jesus is going? Because Jesus came from this machine. The white man, the Egyptology, Egypt learned how to escape death with a machine, to be born back into this plane of existence again.
Look closely. Do you see it?
Oops. Give me 1 second, folks. See what I did here.
I'd like to welcome.
Look closely. Do you see it?
See Donald Trump here? What we're going to try to look for is, look, there's his fist pump right there. There's his fist. There's his hand. Now remember what Donald Trump testified to when he was shot. Remember what he said? He felt his ear and he reached up and his hand was covered with blood. So clearly they must have given him a rag and wiped up all the blood. You don't see any blood on his hand there. I'm just pointing stuff out. Remember, Donald Trump told you himself all news is fake news. He said that CNN is fake news. Well, and then he pushes Fox News, but Fox News is 666 because F's the 6th letter, O's the 15th letter, 1 plus 5 is 6, and X is the 24th letter, 2 plus 4 is 6. So there's no blood on Trump's hand here as he waves to the people. There's no blood on that hand. Remember, he reached up to this ear and there would have been blood on his hand. but there isn't. The shots are fired. They ring out. Look at them. Shots have been fired. And this woman breaks out her cell phone right here. Why isn't this footage on the internet? Why do they only push the mainstream media information? What is it about the information that they're selling to us? Look at everybody here squatting down like, listen, when a person gets hit, you have brain matter that splatters. Let me show you something here, because they're blocking all of my content. I mean, and I know why that they've done this. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to click on that. Let's go to my channel here. And we're going to look at my shorts. Give me 1 second, guys. Hey, sis, what's going on? Hello? Hey, you must have butt dialed me. I'm live right now on YouTube, so I'm going to have to call you back. Talk with you later. I love you. Bye. That's my sister. So I posted a bunch of shorts last night. And it looks like, let's see. Here's one of them.
We have a question. Do you want to be a cop, or do you want to appear to be a cop? It's an honest question. A lot of guys want to appear to be cops. You guys pretend they're on TV.
Yeah, a lot of them just want to slam a nigga's head through a plate glass window.
I'm all set with it.
Oh, did you hear that? You see how Hollywood can play this kind of garbage and stuff for you? But if a white man gets on any kind of platform and uses the word nigga, then he's an abomination, or they block the content. So let's pop over here to my channel, because I have a bunch of shorts, and it looks like they removed all those shorts too. I had a bunch of shorts that I uploaded last night, 5 of them. They sure did. They took my video down. See, they're taking down points that I'm making, especially the one that I showed in The Departed. Might as well just go to it. Departed. They're great. So they let me watch it last night, and then I used all of these clips. Let's see. Departed scene at the end where Matt Dillon gets shot in the head. Scene from The Departed when Mark Wahlberg shoots Matt Dillon in the head at the end of the movie. Why is this important to me?
Okay.
Now, folks, number one, if you get popped in your head like that, you ain't gonna fall forward like Matt Dillon did. That's all Hollywood. He would have fell backwards. But this is the truth of what you would get when you're shot in the head with a gun. All right? You would have brain matter and blood splatting. This is across the hall. He's got a hallway, so that's probably about 8 foot across the hallway where you have brain splatter. So why am I bringing all this up? Because of this right here.
Ask Massey to check on a pot of boiling water on the stove.
which is a line of shit. All right. We don't need a fire. A pot of boiling water ain't going to cause a fire, folks. But my point here is watch. Why even grab the pot? Right? All you got to do is turn the fire down. There's no reason at all for you to grab that pot at all. No reason to touch that pot. You just turn off the burner and it's good to go. Now, I've been saying that this is a staged event and people don't like it, because this is all CNN news. And Trump has told you plainly that CNN is fake news. This to me seems like a staged event. Let's continue. Where are you going? She asks him where he's going because he's moving away from her because she grabbed that hot, steamy water. Away from your hot, steamy water is what he says to her.
Steaming water? Away from the hot steaming water? Yeah. Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
What? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I mean, because he's simply moving away from her for holding a pot of water? That rebuke didn't really make any sense to me. It made no sense at all to me. But what's my point here? My point is that we're taught as Christians that when you rebuke demons in Jesus Christ's name, that demons will flee from you. These demons didn't flee from her. They pulled their guns out, allegedly pulled their guns out, and they shot this woman, allegedly, in her head. There he is right there. He's saying, you better not rebuke. This was the other guy who moved away. She's talking to the other guy, and then this guy pulls his gun out, and he says, you better not. If you do, I'll shoot you in your fucking face. That's dramatics, folks. Come on. You got law enforcement. These are PTSD people who come back from war and have problems. All right, so now they didn't show you the shots fired. So here's my point right here, right now.
You can go get it, but that's a headshot. God damn it. God.
All right there. Now, what did I just show you over here?
Okay.
Brain splatter all the way across the hall in Hollywood. Hollywood can show you this all day long and sell it to you as, science fiction, action. And movies today they've just gotten obscene. There's this movie, Departed, was a great movie for 2006. It was realistic. It carried a lot of weight. It showed you how corrupted law enforcement is. It showed you that it's all the way up to the FBI, and people aren't catching this. This is why I say that when you're watching content and movies like this, that you always see the police in the movies and stuff. Well, why are the police always in the movies? Because it's a hive, folks. It's a hive, and they're showing you that thugs run this world. My prophecy that Donald Trump is going to be the next president is going to be the president selected because they're going to show you, the American people, that a criminal can be voted into office, that criminals run the world. Thugs run the world. It's going to be a slap in the masses' face. That's what they're telling you when Donald Trump is voted into office. Don't you find it odd that Donald Trump, that you can have a felony record, 34 felony counts on you? I'm surprised it ain't 33 felony counts, to be quite honest with you. But you can have 34 felony counts against you. You can still run for office for the seat of the presidency, but you can't vote with a criminal record of a felon on your record. It makes absolutely no sense at all. So the brain matter on Sonia Massey here, excuse me, sorry about that. Sonia Massey here, right there. You would see brain matter all around the floor right here if she was shot. Especially, they said that she was shot 3 times. There would be brain matter on the refrigerator. There'd be brain matter on this wall back here. It would have splattered everywhere. You see no blood at all. Now, I'm telling anybody that if you possibly live in the United States, you live in Illinois, you're a member of the community, I would tell you to go down to the police department and file it against City Hall and get the full coverage of this shooting. Because people, as awful as this sounds, if I'm wrong about what I'm saying, and this woman was truly executed in her home, I know that this is why they removed my video yesterday. Because I'm plainly telling you that officers on the police force that behave in this manner need to be executed. Okay? They need to be set up in a firing squad. They need to be injected. They need to be hung from a pole. All of them. We need to get rid of the corruption. And this is the reason why they removed my video from yesterday, because the truth stings these people in their asses. They don't want somebody like me coming along and pointing this kind of information out to you, that there would be brain splatter everywhere. This woman was shot in her head 3 times. They show you in this scene here in The Departed, he only shoots him 1 time and brain matter goes everywhere. Because your brain literally explodes when you're hit like that. Now, on to the next segment of this what I'm sharing with you, and this is important for you to all understand. If you've never seen this movie Tron, look at what it says here. Tron enters the game grid, because I've been telling people for a long time we live in a simulation, and they're showing you straight up that this world that we live in is a simulation. So I got to be real careful here. Code request access code 6. Imagine that, code 6. And all I talk about on this channel is 666. Code 6. Let me move forward here. Password series PS17. And then you shouldn't have come back, Flynn. So now I can play a little bit here.
Sit right there. Make yourself comfortable. Remember the time we used to spend playing chess together?
And then you have LSU 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 adds up to 6.
That isn't going to do you any good, Flynn. I'm afraid. Stop. Please. You realize...
What do you got right there? What is this right here? Now remember, this movie came out in 1982 or 82. That's 40 years ago that this video came out. 40 years ago. Images of CERN. Folks, if you can't see the connection there, here, let's find a better one. If you can't see the connection between what I'm showing you in these videos here, right there, look at the piping right there, the pipe all the way around there, the pipe right there. That's CERN right in front of your eyes, right there. There's the piping right there. This is the one that Jesus looks like he's coming out of, which I showed you. Can't make it these connections for you any simpler, man. That is what they're plainly showing us in Hollywood, that we live in this simulation. Our souls have been trapped in a flesh suit. The flesh suit is a trap. That's why they call us, what are we made up of? Cells. And what is a cell? A cell is a trap with bars in it, right? Also, we look at this picture here. This is a 17 miles right here. This would prove that we live on a flat plane as well. And if you look at this emblem right here, this is a 666 emblem right there in front of your face as well. And then you have Shiva. She's coming out of the CERN thing. This is why they, if you guys followed any of this content that I've been sharing with you, that they're showing you right here that Jesus was sent. This is how Jesus was sent. You have one that was born through the womb of a woman, and then you have one that was sent. Egyptology has learned how to escape death because they have written these codes, these programs, and the technology that we're serving at today is not new technology. It's old technology that's being reinvented. So that's exactly what this is here.
Realize I can't allow this.
Now, how are you going to run the universe if you can't even answer a few unsolvable problems? Huh? Come on, big fella, let's see what you got.
I'd like to go against you and see what you're made of.
You don't look a thing like your pictures.
Okay, well, I don't know if they'll probably shut me down. I'm trying to keep these in 10-second segments because that's what you're pretty much allowed to do.
I have to put you on the game, Brett.
Games? You want games? I'll give you games.
There it is. So, see, our souls have been trapped inside of this game grid that we're living in. This plane of existence is just that. It is a game grid. And they're telling us so over and over and over.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever.
Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. They're putting truth bombs right in front of your face.
To change forever. Cinematic universe is about to change forever. Cinematic universe is about to change forever.
We live in a cinematic universe, and they're showing you straight up that we live inside of this cinematic universe.
Virtual reality holds a key to the evolution of the human mind.
With a vision of the future.
I have a game in my house that you might like to play. Would you like that? Okay.
So, the virtual reality, remember what they're doing today? What are they trying to get everybody to do here? Images of ocular headsets. So they want us, this is a virtual reality that we're in. Remember, look, Satan, he duplicates everything that the Creator does. What the Creator created in spiritual form, the Satan is creating in a virtual reality form. This is why they've taken grass and they make artificial grass. You see what I'm saying? Satan tries to duplicate everything that the Spirit does, but he does it through technology. How can I prove that? 2 Corinthians 2:11, Bible Hub. We're going to be reading from the King James Bible over here, lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Okay, when we look at the word device, number for device in the Strong's Concordance, it's an invention. And who invents things? Mankind invents things. This is why I'm sharing with you that CERN, that's a CERN machine that they're showing you right there. That's CERN, folks. Right in front of your face. Right there, it's the exact same thing that they're showing us right here in plain sight. And this movie here was created in 1982. So how far do you think this technology has come? If they're showing you this stuff in 1982, how far do you think CERN has come? Mighty far. So what is CERN? They're showing you a laser, right? So this laser, what it's doing is it burns a hole in the fabric of this veil that separates us from the spiritual world. If you could see what was taking place on the other side of this veil, you'd literally shit your pants, okay? Because there are things that are happening around us that we can't see. It's called the unseen world. Jesus is holding a key, but the unseen. The unseen comes to 666. Why is this important? Genesis, 1 Colossians 1:15 Bible Hub. These are all biblical connections that I'm making for you folks. Okay? The sun is the image of the invisible. Invisible is the unseen. Right here. So, unseen means 666. Also, this God here is a magistrate. Right? Figuratively, let's see, let me move this over for you. Magistrate is right there. Also, yesterday in the video that they took down, I wanted to show you guys my accounts, how many accounts I've had removed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 accounts on this channel here. And then I had 2 other accounts that were shut down as well. So they've shut down a half dozen of my accounts. All right. And they shut them down because I share this information. I have 2 strikes on this account that I can't get rid of. They will not allow me to get rid of these strikes. Let's see. Give me a second. Right there. 2 out of 3 strikes. Okay. And I've tried to go to this. They allow you to go to copyright school, but they won't allow me to go to copyright school. They've shut me off, and they shut down all the shorts that I pulled up. You see, they're shadow banning my content because I am absolutely so deep in this truth and understanding this reality of the world that we live in. Boom, right there, right in your face. They're showing you that we live in a game simulation. Game over, right? Got a couple more to show you too. Look, right here.
This game, you're not ready for it.
This game, you're not ready for it. Well, I'm ready for it because I know we're in a game simulation. Nobody else seems to be paying attention, but I know we're in it. That there is a representation of the firmament, which separates us from the spiritual realm. And if you notice, look at everything here. It's like a beehive, huh? Look, this is why the Egyptians always equated the reality that we live in with beehives, images of beehives. Oh, that's artificially made. Images of honeycombs from a beehive. This is why our ancestors have always used this symbolism right here, because it represents 6, first of all right? And what is 6? What is a 6-sided cone? A hexagonal. All right? Images of a hexagon. Okay? And then a hexagon has 6 letters. Definition for hex: to cast a spell or bewitch. I've become so good at busting 666 right up in its ass. It's witchcraft. And witchcraft is 666. Sorcerer, spelt with an O, reaches 666. So this is why images of a television, see, this is why they call television programming. This is why they say television is channeling. This is why television is casting, because they are casting spells over us with technology. They're using this technology. The biggest weapon of mass destruction on the face of this earth was the television set. And my grandmother told me that when I was like 6 years old. She told me, man, that the television, she knew it was evil, but she couldn't stop watching those As the World Turns and Doctors of Our Lives and all that stuff. She was glued to those programs. She couldn't stop watching all those programs. And there it is, a computer chip that we're in.
John, just get away from that tree.
Again, they show you the 666 symbolism. Everything is about the 666 symbolism. Remember this movie? Under the Dome. A straight truth bomb right underneath of our faces, and they're mocking you and they're laughing at you. Images of the Boston album cover. Now, I ain't saying that we live on a spaceship, but clearly this is a controlled state of a controlled state. Now, when we pop over here to Genesis chapter 1, verse 6 Bible Hub, it says, let there be an expanse between the waters to separate the waters from the waters. We drop up here to the NIV and it says, and God said, let there be a vault. Okay? Let's see. Let's jump over here. What is the number for a vault in the Strong's Concordance? It is a horizon. It is a circle where it says that we live on the circle of the earth. It is a circus or a circuit and a compass. Okay, a compass wouldn't work on a spherical globe, folks. You have to be on a flat plane of existence for a compass to work. Close out some of these windows here real quick. There he is. It's showing you that he's been trapped inside of a machine. That's what CERN is. CERN is a time travel machine, and they tell you on the History Channel they can talk about CERN being a time travel machine all day long, but when White Raptor News tries telling you that CERN is a time travel machine, they shut down my videos. They blocked that video yesterday, and they're putting it right in front of your face that we live underneath of a firmament. Lawnmower Man.
Please.
Now, the whole premise of this movie, Lawnmower Man, is about Joel. Imagine that, Job. Job is a mentally challenged kid. He's a kid in an adult body, and he mows all the neighbors' lawns and everything. And then Pierce Brosnan comes along, and he said, you know, he's teaching him how he's the one that's playing inside of the game. He says, "Would you like to play inside this game?" And then what he's doing is he's giving Lawnmower Man these injections of this chemical, and it's turning him into a genius. Aren't they always trying to talk to us and show us about the genius that these people are? How they've escaped death? I got to be careful, man, or I'll get hit. Again, the hexagon, because the six-sided hexagon represents a hex, the hex that's been pulled over our eyes. Okay, who is the god of the dome? In Sumerian religion, An is the deity of the dome. An is the deity of the dome-shaped firmament. The Sumerians believed the universe was a closed dome surrounded by saltwater sea with an underworld and freshwater oceans beneath the earth. So I've been sharing with people for some time now that all these gods, center, I think it's center sag. I could be wrong there. Let's see. Who is Inky's wife? Oh, come on, give me a break. In Mesopotamian mythology, Inky's wife is Nin Hersag. Oh, now they've blocked me out of my... That's why. Nin Hersag, was it? Ninher Sag. 666. And we got this one here too. I want to show you this. I did a show on Dyson fears, and I also did one on Ezekiel's will the other day as well. Amino Sagira, this is a Japanese deity god, also known as Imi ne Sagirai no Kami, the Japanese spirit of fog representing the heavens that was mentioned in Kojikai. So when we come to the app here, let me get it, Amino Sagira. Sagirai. All these deities come to 666. And sadly, as well, when we come to Christos, Christos comes to 666. Christos is a breakdown for the Christ. Yah is Lord. Comes to 666. So what I'm learning here is all the gods of this plane of existence seem to be 666. This is a problem for me because Exodus chapter 15 verse 3 Bible Hub, the Lord is a warrior. The Lord is his name. The Lord in this case is Yahweh. Yahweh, this is where I get my catchphrases, is God of Israel. You see, today I'm reading this Bible and I put in all these different catchphrases. All right? When we drop down here to the bottom, you have 3 in a row. The Lord is a man of war. Well, hold on. If the Lord is a man, then that's not spirit. And then you have the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is a man of war. So Yahweh's a man. Well, that's a contradiction when you pop over here to Exodus chapter 23:13 Bible Hub. Oh, wrong one. Let's see, but that's a good one too. Pay close attention to everything I've said to you. You must not invoke the names of other gods. This is why when I worship the Spirit of truth. I worship the living one. I worship the Almighty. I worship the Supreme. I worship the authority, the author, the source, the force, the eternal, the perpetual, the one that moves all things in place. The point of singularity is one, and all things are to the glory of the point of singularity's power. It's his alone. It's not to be shared with anybody. The only way that we can find salvation and escape this vault of heaven that we've been trapped in, our cells, our flesh suits, is with a contrite heart and to submit our souls, which were given to us, our fallen souls. We're fallen angels, remember. Don't forget that we're fallen angels. And the one that I was looking for might be 23:19. God is not a man that he should lie. 23:19, God is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man. This would be, Son of Man would be Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Jesus, Noah. Okay, he's none of those. That he should repent. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall it not come it good? And shall he not make it good? So the Supreme Creator is telling you in John chapter 4:24 Bible Hub that he's a spirit. God is spirit, and his worshipers must worship him in spirit and truth. Spirit and truth. Spirit is ruach. Spirit is the wind. Spirit is the breath. The one that gave life. This one here, Genesis chapter 2, verse 7 Bible Hub. The Lord, again, Yahweh, God, Elohim, both good and evil, understand that God, Elohim, is plural of Eloah, and it's gods in the ordinary sense. This is why Jesus said to us, is it not written in your law? Matthew 10:32, Bible Hub, or maybe 34. Do not assume I've come to bring peace to the earth. I've not come to bring peace, but the sword. Take the S off of sword, put it on the end of words. That's your double-edged tongue. And with his hand had 7 stars, and from his mouth a double-edged sword. Oh, let's see. Revelations chapter 1, verse 18, Bible Hub. This is John's vision at Patmos. He says, when I saw him, I fell at his feet like a dead man. But he placed his right hand on me and said, do not be afraid. I am the firstborn in the last supper, the living one. I was dead. Jesus was dead. Hold on. How can a God die? A God can't die. And behold, now I am alive forever and ever. And I hold the keys to death and Hades. Why doesn't Jesus hold the keys to life and Hades? Jesus is the one who's holding a key. Jesus is the one who's holding a key. That's 666. Let's see, anything else? Richard Nixon said the American people don't believe anything until they see it on television. So tell me that that isn't something that is used as a weapon of mass destruction. You guys believe everything that you see off of this television. And this is why I'm trying to share with you that I think that this whole SONYA Massey alleged shooting, because I don't believe anything until I see the video footage myself. They'd have to unblur this for me to believe what they're trying to show us. Now, mind you, when I talked about COVID, when COVID first came out, and I started speaking out against COVID and was in opposition to the WHO, the WHO, they shut my shit down. They didn't want, they stepped on my First Amendment right, which I told you guys the other day. What are the parameters of the First Amendment to the Constitution? The Institution for Free Speech is pleased to present the Free Speech Index grading the 50 states of the freedom to speak about government. So the World Health Organization is also government. Religion is government. They're fused together. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6, Bible Hub. This here is a split parable, and it's telling you that there's two different Jesus Christs, that one was born and the other one was given. The one that was born is Yeshua, or we would call him Emmanuel. Unto us a son is given is the white lie, Jesus Christ crucified. And the governments will be upon Jesus Christ crucified's shoulder. And he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace. Hold on. I just read that to you, that do not assume that I've come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. So how can Jesus be the Prince of Peace if he's coming with the sword? The verse continues, for I have come to set a man against his father. Hold on, that doesn't sound like a loving God to me. And a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And the one's foes will be members of one's whose household, whose own household. Well, that comes from, and out of his mouth came a double-edged sword. In his right hand he held 7 stars. From his mouth came a sharp two-edged sword. The sharp two-edged sword is a representation of our tongue, because we're two-faced gods. We're liars, we're cheaters, we're thieves, we're corrupted. We've been, when it says in it, this is a big parable here. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. You know, I showed this the other day, and it had new meaning to me. For our struggles is not against the flesh and blood. Let me say that again. It is not against the flesh and blood. It is not against the flesh and blood. So therefore it has this war that is taking place has nothing to do with the color of a person's skin. It only has to deal with two different races that were created. Genesis chapter 1 verse 27 Bible Hub. Let's back it up one because I want to get Genesis 1:25 in there too. Remember, this is the first time that the word beast is used in the Bible. Okay, it's the very first time the beast is used in the Bible. Okay, God made the beasts of the earth according to their kinds. Images of troops marching in ranks. These are the beasts of the earth, each according to their kind. Right there in plain sight. Images of the United Nations. These are the foreign nations, each according to their kind. These are the devils. These are the demons. These are the ones that created CERN. This is this is a flat earth map, but is also a representation of CERN. We live on a flat plane of existence. They're hiding the truth right in front of us. So you see, when it comes prosecution time and you stand before the Creator for judgment, Satan's going to be right there too. He's going to be right there saying, look, I showed them in Hollywood. I showed them in the music industry. I showed them in politics. I shoved it right down their throat over and over and over, but they refused to see the truth. And that's going to land your ass either one of two things: being born back into this plane of existence, trapped in another flesh suit to live another horrible life, because all of us, most of us on this plane of existence are miserable. You got to admit it, or it's a roller coaster ride. It's an up and down. It's not a plateau. It's valleys and peaks. We're happy, we're sad. And then I would rather just be completely happy on a plateau where I'm walking in this spiritual beauty where there's just animals surrounding by you, and there's beautiful creeks that are cascading over waterfalls, and bright, brilliant colors of butterflies, and all these beautiful flusieres that are taking place that are around you. It's just something that there's no death. Okay, this plane of existence is eternal death. You see, this plane of existence is ran off of your soul. 104 t-shirts. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. These are 104 t-shirts. Where's one at, man? Right there. 400 dinner. See, they're hunting us for dinner. They're putting the truth right in front of our faces and stuff. People, you got to start looking at our language forward and backwards and upside down and inverted and inside of mirrors. You have to really start paying attention to what the language is telling us, because these people are hunting us for dinner. They're hunting our souls for dinner, and they're putting the truth right in front of us. And they're trapping our soul with their devices. Okay? When we come here, definition for device: a thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, especially a piece of mechanical or electronic equipment. Well, folks, images of CERN, that is an electronical piece of equipment. This is how they are trying to burn a hole in the fabric of our reality. And this proves that the earth that we live on is a flat plane of existence, because it's 17 miles long And if we come to my calculator here and we come to, and you multiply 17 times 17, let me clear it and show you how I get to this number. 17 miles times 17 miles, because it's a 17-mile thing, gives you 289 square miles within that area. All right. But we're looking for the curvature to 17 miles, and we have to multiply that times 8 inches, because they tell us that the earth is 8 inches drop for each mile squared, meaning that it doubles each time. And then we have to come to divide that by 12. Oops, might not work. Yeah, I screwed that one up. Divided by 12 inches gives you 192 square feet of curvature. So when we look at this, you can plainly see that it is a flat plane of existence. It would have to be flat in order for it to get to the speeds that they're showing us. That is a flat 17 miles. Okay, and you don't see these pillars here. Okay, you don't have one that's 192 feet that it's sitting on. It is a perfectly flat plane of existence. Images of an ocean horizon. That is a flat plane of existence. You don't see any curvature. I don't get how people can't register in their minds that the surface of the earth that we live on is a flat plane, and it is encapsulated by an ice shelf. Images of the ice shelf. That is a 200-foot wall that circumnavigates our plane of existence, 24,000 miles. This is what keeps our oceans at sea level. Beautiful pictures here, man. Okay, they want us to believe that the Antarctic is at the pole, and it's just one big old huge piece of ice right at the top of our Earth, which is a lie. When Christopher Columbus sailed the blue in 1942, he didn't sail around the world, he circumnavigated the world 24,000 miles. Images of a flat plane. Okay. Images of curvature of the earth. All CGI. These are CGI photos that are taken with fisheye lens cameras. That's what gives you this curvature here. It's the camera lens that they use. Don't be fooled by the mechanics and the devices of the Satan, of the evil one, okay? Don't be trapped into all of this. Now, when I went to Treos to preach the gospel of Christ, okay, look, the gospel is a ghost spell that's been placed over the eyes by the one that's created here in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, Bible Hub. So God, Elohim, here created a man in his own image, and the image here is to shade, right here, to shade in skin a phantom. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. And an illusion comes to 666. Witchcraft comes to 666. Sorcerer comes to 666. What does the Supreme Spirit say about all this stuff? Revelations chapter 21, verse 8, Bible Hub. But to the cowardly and the unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and sexually immoral, those are the LGBTQ&A. Those are all of those that commit abominating sex, and sorcerers. So sorcerers are what? Pharmakia, right? It's a magician or sorcery. Brother Big Judah over there teaches that if there's bad magic, then there's good magic. So he's okay with using magic. He says that if you're stuck inside of this Bible, and this is the only Bible that you read, then you're behind. And I don't know, man. I seem to do pretty well with reading the Bible alone. I'm not lost with any of it. And again, I got to close out some of these windows, folks. I'm getting a lot of windows open here. So I've plainly proved my case here about this simulation that we live in. And all of these here, these are the phantoms. They are the ghosts. And this is why an AJC 130 Ghost Rider images of a AJC 130 Ghost Rider. This is why they call this aircraft here Ghost Rider, because all the contents, all the soldiers that are on this craft are ghosts. Jesus, what did he do? Mark 15:37, Bible Hub. But Jesus let out a loud cry and breathed his last breath. That's a lie. He breathes on them in John 20:20. I'll show you that one too. King James Bible. And Jesus cried with a loud voice and gave up the ghost. Many times on my shows, I've told you the definition for a ghost is the spirit of the dead. It's also one that haunts the living. Definition of ghost: an apparition of a dead person which is believed to appear or become manifest to the living, typically as a nebulous image. Act as a ghost rider, glide smoothly and effortlessly. So these programs that we're in are a ghost. We're all ghosts. We are the walking dead. Those here in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, Bible Hub, are ghosts. This creation on the sixth day of creation has everything to do with Revelations 13:18. And these that are created on the sixth day of creation are ghosts. They're phantoms. A phantom is a ghost, and a ghost is the spirit of the dead. A ghost is an illusion. So all this that was created on the sixth day of creation are those that have pulled the wool over our eyes. The Egyptian Pharaoh learned millennium ago, possibly thousands, tens of thousands of years ago, how to escape death through technology, through being able to clone bodies, because that's what our bodies are. I hate to say it, we are cloned beings. They're showing you in Hollywood cloned Madonna. Okay, I'm only using this one here because I want you to see that we're clones. The word clone, 666. A clone Madonna was 666. And we are cloned beings. That's all there is to it. Okay, folks, that's 2 hours I've been running here, so I'm going to cut out. All praise and glory to the Supreme Spirit of Truth. Don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed the content. I see 2 listeners in here, but I don't have any likes on the videos, but I'd appreciate it if you dropped a comment, smash the like button, and thank me for the service, because I do this without anything. I don't ask for anybody for anything, and I just do this out of the kindness of my heart, and I do it because mainly I'm looking for salvation myself. Show you one more parable here. James chapter 5 verse 20 Bible Hub. Consider this, whoever turns a sinner from the error of his ways, which is the service of other gods, service of the Pharaoh, service of Egyptology, service of the devices that they've created, will save his soul from death. So that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to save people's souls from death. And it covers a multitude of my own sins. So this is why it's important for everybody that if you agree with this content, you need to share the content. You need to always smash that like button if you're in agreement with me. That's all there is to it. I don't know who stepped inside of the room, but I want to thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Anaya. I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. Much love to you. Much love to all the children that serve the Spirit of Truth, the Living One. I'm in this for the long haul, until I can't breathe anymore or sit up in a bed, or I'm in a hospital and I'm sick and I can't do this. I'm going to be doing it for the rest of my life. A lot of it may be repetitious content, but it needs to be repetitious. Why? Because this book is written in repetition. It goes back and forth, the same thing over and over. This is why all the books of Mark, John, Luke, and Matthew, they say the same thing over and over and over. Let me pump one more parable out at you too, where it says that Jesus breathed his last breath. John chapter 20, verse 20, Bible Hub. John 20, chapter 20, Bible Hub. After he had said this, he showed them his hands and his side. The disciples rejoiced when they saw. Again, Jesus said to them, "Peace be with you." When he had said this, it's 22, chapter 20, 22 of John. And when he said this, Jesus, he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit." Well, that's another contradiction if Jesus died on the cross and breathed his last breath. That's about it, folks. Much love to all of you. Thanks for stopping in, Anaya. I really am grateful, and be blessed. This is White Raptor News Ministries.